afternoon, good evening, good morning, good hello to the wanderers out there, my friends, whoever's watching this. I hope you enjoyed our European adventure. France, Switzerland, Germany, mostly France this year. But that didn't last for the whole length of the summer, so I'm going to have to film some videos for August. So that's what this is. It's currently the middle of July and we're out here in Ireland, so it has about some Irish travelling videos for the rest of the summer. Does that sound good to you? I hope it does. Where are we today? We are out in somewhere in Clare. Clare is one of the westerly counties in Ireland, underneath Galway but above Limerick, and it's a beautiful part of the country. I've never actually been here, I don't think, and Clare is most famous for the Cliffs of Moher, but that's like a 3-hour hike that I can't bring Daisy Bell on, so we're not going to be doing that this time. But there's also the Burren, which is one of the most arid and desolate landscapes in Ireland, of limestone. But where are we going today? Well, I'm probably going to do this all in one video, so don't worry. But where am I going today? My friend Conor Buckley is having a few of us down at his nanny's house, which is free for the weekend, so a bit of revelry and fun. And then tomorrow we're going to the Aran Islands, weather permitting. Now, when I left Kilkenny, it was dry, and then I got outside of Kilkenny, the heavens came out for about 10 minutes straight, and since then it's been mostly dry. But I'm kind of more annoyed because it just meant I got completely soaked and destroyed, but like only for 10 minutes, but you know, as if I had been riding through that weather near Auxerre again or something like that. But this time, I'm a clever smart boy, I wore the rain pants because I did anticipate the rain. Anyways, we're nearly there now, and as I knew, bullet time is faster than Google Maps. It said it would take us 3 hours to get here, but actually it's taken me about 2.5. And don't do the maths on that. I didn't take motorways. No, I'm not speeding. No. Whoops. Okay, that's because I'm distracted talking to you. But bullet time, you're just more nimble and quicker to get through curves and stuff, that you shave off minutes, I figure. And you know yourself, if you're on one of these, it's fairly difficult to speed. That time was the exception, but that was downhill, so you know what, it is what it is. But yeah, it should be a fun video. But first, I'm going to meet the lads and get some dinner. I think they should already be at the house. And Daisy Bell, hopefully, is going to sleep in the turf shed. It's very Irish, it's very west of Ireland, isn't it? Someone said I think it was Terry, you were saying that you imagine driving down Irish country roads is where you like to be, whereas I'm always like, I love France roads and stuff like that. But there have been a few of those cobblestone walls straddling the roadway on my way here. I wasn't recording because I was afraid the weather might rain, but I know I'm 5 minutes away from the building, so I figured I'd put on the camera now. Crikey! Oh god, sorry Daisy. Ugh. Nearly avoided the worst of it. Come on. That's a go. Now. They will definitely hear me before they see me. Country roads will it be excelling on. Hence why we turned 3 hours into 2.5. And it didn't feel like that at all. I only checked my phone to see how far I was, because I thought, I don't know, I just thought out of curiosity, I was starting to see signs that were familiar when I looked on the map earlier, and all of a sudden it was, yeah, you're like 5 minutes away. Fabulous. Nothing beats the bullet. Particularly when there's no other vehicle coming the other way, because if it was, What am I gonna do? What do you think, guys? Let's get off the thing when we swim. I think I have a few days off in August coming up, so we might do, not to tread on your videos, Mr. Saddlebags, but you've inspired me to do a bit of the Wild Atlantic Way, so potentially might be doing a bit of that as well. I go over, like you. And there comes out the sun to finish off the ride here. So hopefully, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, you'll shine down on us for the rest of the weekend. See? Gosh, I nearly need the song keys at this point. Of course, Clare is on the Wild Atlantic Way too, speaking of. But I mean, you know, do more of it than just today, this Sunday. Fabulous. Now that, you son of a gun. Now that on our right is Doo Lough, I think, or Loch Doo. And that in the middle of the road is Wet Patch. I'll let these fellas pass, but why not? Poor old Daisy. I just offed her clean as well. Oh well. Ain't that always the way? Goodness. Roads liable to flooding. This is July, so just so you know what Ireland's summer weather is like. Apparently this is the best we get. Up here on the left apparently. This very much is quite the middle of nowhere. Not the smoothest left turn I've ever done. Now I've got to announce my arrival. Lovely bit of backfiring. Woo! Left, I think. I would have done the U-turn there, but it's been raining all day and I don't trust myself not to make a hames of it. Beep beep. Beep. No welcoming party for Gret. I guess not.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's...
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. Shirt brother, I brought my same shirt.
Good, I love it. I'm very interested.
I did, yeah.
Can we wear it? Can we
Just
wear
in
it at the
case.
same
We
time?
can, I'll wear it tonight.
We actually did end up wearing the same shirts out that night.
Do you see that way in that sea?
The way in the sea?
Yeah, it's wild and Atlantic.
It is wild.
Way.
The next day we drove out to Doolin, where the waterfalls are less waterfalls and more water rises. They don't call it the Wild Atlantic Way for nothing. It was here that we would seek our passage west with minutes to spare thanks to Conor's reckless, swift driving. We bid farewell to the mainland and got our heads set for island life. For the next few hours anyways. Although you can of course stay on the Aran Islands if you like, parking overnight being only a $5 at Doolin. As our ferry slices through the cool Atlantic waves, the faint outlines of the Aran Islands come into focus. Today, we're headed to Inisheer, the smallest of the 3 islands, yet a place that's brimming with centuries-old stories waiting to be discovered. I sound a bit like an Irish tourism board. Situated at the mouth of Galway Bay, the Aran Islands have been a fixture in Irish history for thousands of years. Early Christian and medieval ruins scattered around Inisheer suggest the island has been inhabited since 1500 BC. The small island, stretching under 3 kilometres by 2, once supported a population of over 1,000 people in the early 19th century.
You're going swimming?
Getting to Inisheer was not always as easy as hopping on a ferry. Historically, islanders would navigate the treacherous waters in a curragh, a traditional Irish boat made of wooden frames over which animal hides or canvas were once stretched. The curragh's lightweight and manoeuvrability made it perfect for the choppy Atlantic Sea. The terrain of Inisheer is a labyrinth of stone walls, a characteristic feature of the Aran Islands, originally built to delineate property boundaries and keep in livestock, crafted by hands weathered by the salty sea air and Atlantic winds.
Woo!
The island's residents have maintained a traditional way of life, with Irish still being the first language spoken by most. Inisheer's culture is a living testament to Ireland's fading Gaelic past, kept alive through its language, music and folklore. As the ferry pulls into the harbour, it's as if we're crossing over into a different era, kind of. Tourists aren't allowed to bring vehicles onto the island, so with some quick thinking, we took off Daisy's tank and engine, swapping the roar of 500cc's for the gentle whir of non-motor bicycle wheels. We're ready to dive deeper into the island's history and charm. As we traversed the rolling landscape of Inisheer, we approached an eerie yet enthralling sight, the wreck of the MV Plassey. This haunting maritime skeleton is a testament to a turbulent past, and its story is as riveting as its present state. The Plassey, originally named Juliet, was built by Cook, Welton and Gemmell in Beverley, Yorkshire, at the start of World War II. The ship's construction was ordered on the 12th of December 1939, and she was launched on the 2nd of October 1940, entering service with the Royal Navy in March 1941. As Juliet, she served as a minesweeper in home waters, tasked with the perilous job of clearing enemy mines to protect Allied vessels. In November 1942, Juliet played a part in Operation Torch, the significant Allied landings in French North Africa. Following this mission, she continued her service in the Mediterranean Sea. When the war ended, Juliet was deemed surplus to the Royal Navy's requirements. In 1947, she was converted into a cargo vessel and sold into the British Merchant Service, where she was named Peter John. She was later purchased by the Limerick Steamship Company, earning her the name we know today, the MV Plassey. Someone left a jumper here.
That was me 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that time.
I jumped at her and she jumped hers.
In the tempestuous March of 1960, laden with a classically Irish cargo of whiskey, stained glass and yarn from Galway to England, the Plassey was ensnared by a vicious storm. Despite the heroic efforts of the crew, the ship was pushed onto Inisheer's sharp rocks by the might of the Atlantic waves. In a remarkable display of courage, the island's residents risked their lives to rescue the entire crew using a breeches buoy, an archaic life-saving device. Years of unrelenting Atlantic weather have since driven the ship further inland, where it now rests, becoming an integral part of the island's landscape. Its rusted structure stands as a poignant reminder of the ocean's overwhelming power. And it's also in the intro of Father Ted, which you might have recognised it from. As we get closer, there's one thing that strikes me. The ship's propeller is nowhere to be seen. Was it salvaged, buried beneath some sands, or claimed by the sea? Maybe it's on some random roundabout outside some small town in Ireland, as these sort of things so often are. We're left to ponder the mystery as we roam around this historical monument, navigating the rocky path. We finally got word that our friends Jane and Dara were on the ferry to the island.
Why is he Tokyo drifted?
Holy shit, that actually might be him.
Do you think so?
So we cycled back across the island to find them at the local pub, Tig Ned. Tig is Irish for house, and Ned is Irish for Ned, the name. You cannot tell me enough about these.
I can't tell you enough. Let me tell you enough.
You
See the
cannot
top middle
tell
one.
enough.
See the middle one. That's a carrying on. It might be a double carrying on.
It says it there, lad.
Yeah, it's over the fireplace in the manor in Derek.
So what's this beer? Beer Moretti.
This is Inisheer beer that you can only find on Inishman. I mean bollocks. I mean Inisheer.
You're such a fucking school. You only find an Englishman. Shit.
Hey, slanty.
Prost.
Prost.
As they say in the Netherlands.
Amid the warm chatter and clinking glasses, I spot something that feels like an answer to a question posed about 20 minutes before. There, among the various paraphernalia from the Plassey, including a life ring and a scale model, is the missing
propeller from the shipwreck. Conor, what do you think?
It's a shipwreck amazing. That doesn't make any sense.
Turns out it had been saved and is now proudly displayed, a tangible reminder of the Plassey's maritime past. But no trip to Inisheer will be complete without a stop at the local boutique. The Aran Islands are renowned for their iconic knitwear, each intricate pattern a story woven in wool. Embodying the tradition and history of these islands, the wild Atlantic winds would send a chill through you, so it makes sense to wrap up. With our motley crew all present and accounted for, we bid farewell to the dear old Irish charm of Inisheer. I can't believe I had to leave my bike behind.
Tuscan.
Goodbye, Tuscan Jupiter. With our bikes returned, we headed for the ferry, ready to make our journey back to the mainland. As the ferry carried us toward the mainland, Milltown Malbay and yet more pints beckoned us onward.
This is video.
Oh!
Slanty. I got an Aran sweater.
Right now we have a what we do normally is we go poser.
Wow, that is a really nice iron sweater.
I thank you for saying that, Conor. I actually got this Aran sweater today, and it fits like a dream.
Where did you get it though?
From one of the Aran Islands. In fact, it was Inisheer. That's how you say it. I've been reminded 20 times today. Inisheer. Cheers.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing here.
How'd she get on? Is there bird doo-doo all over her?
oh my god, look at the turf.
Yeah, it's
Now this is a barn find, as they say.
If there was ever a fucking bar of turf, that's savage. Bring that home with you. Bring that home to
What
the
do you
mother.
think?
I'll get a lump of turf for the mother.
do one.
Bring it home a blast of turf.
I always do. I often would nick an old thing of turf from the road.
Like all good things, they have to come to an end. The rain, weather's sunny now, but the rain is on its way, so I'm gonna head home. But we'll be back again. Everyone had such a nice time that we're definitely gonna be back this way. And next time we might look at the cliffs of Moher. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that video. I certainly had a great weekend. I'm a bit shattered now after all that cycling on the island. Great fun though, and would highly recommend it. There's 3 islands there: Inisheer, Inisheeran, and Inishmore. Inishmore being the biggest one because Mór Oscailga in Irish means is this fella squaring up to me? He is. More means big. And I got an Aran sweater, which is
traditional of the Aran Islands, so we were all out in our Aran sweaters last night. And there's the lads waving hello. And Daisy, you got to sleep in the turf shed after all. Yeah, I can think of no funner way to spend a weekend than with a couple of friends, the back end of nowhere, in a lovely old cottage and on lovely islands, a few cans, a few board games. Life is good. It was a great time. Thanks again, Mr. Buckley, for letting us stay in your Nana's cottage, and hopefully we'll be back there again soon enough. I look forward to it, because we've got to see the Cliffs of Moher and we've got to go to the Burren. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's something a little different. I'm not sure what way I put it together in the editing, but hopefully it was some way entertaining. And there's sure up more stuff on the way soon. Summer is hopefully coming and not gone. Not sure what else to say to you, so I'll leave it here, lads. Thanks for watching so much, and subscribe for more, and let me know what you think. And if there's anywhere you'd like me to visit around these parts, give me a shout in the comments, and I'll do my best over August to try and get there. So much of Ireland I haven't seen. We didn't even do the Burren, but we'll do that another time for sure. Right, talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.